What is up, everyone? Prometheus here. So, if you remember in some previous film videos, I did say that Lawrence of Arabia is the greatest movie of all time, though I was curious to see if there was a movie that was able to top it, one that's better than it. And I thought no such film existed because this film is packed with everything that makes films great and is done all perfectly, not lacking in anything. Like a film better than this has to be beyond greatness, beyond our comprehension. Something something that even the great David Lean couldn't craft. Something that God himself would be impressed by in its greatness. Something that us humans would actually die from watching because of all its greatness. One that's not worthy. Even more like one that's not worthy. That like one This film nearly gave me a heart attack because of its greatness, and I am not kidding. When I said that Lawrence of Arabia, I almost had a heart attack from watching it because of its greatness, I was kidding. I mean, my heart was beating by how epic it was, but I didn't have a heart attack. This film actually nearly gave me a heart attack. I was I was on my couch watching it. I nearly stood up by the epicness, not epicness, the masterful work. This film is just, but I don't know what words I can use to describe this film. Now, I bet you're wondering, which film is it? It's such a, I've never mentioned it before, and I bet you probably don't know if it's in the collection or not, but I don't think if a film has to be astronomically great, has to be perfect in every conceivable way, has to be grand, has to have so much effort put into it, so much dedication, something that was gifted to us by something greater than even the heavens. Yeah. I thought I went into looking into this film series thinking no such film existed, that Lawrence of Arabia is the all-time greatest. And I was dead wrong. The film, I found it going through more movies, and I found a film that I heard was great, but others calling it the greatest of its genre. And thought, okay, it looks good. I watched it, and I'm a changed person. I don't know what to say. I cried. I cried. I almost had a heart attack. I nearly died watching this film. My heart was beating so astronomically fast that I nearly fell out of the couch watching this. And I don't I don't know I don't I don't think we're even worthy of this film anymore. Honestly, I don't know if us human beings are worthy. How can we craft a movie like this? How can we craft a movie so great? How can we? How can we? Lawrence of Arabia, one of my favorite movies of all time, pales in comparison to this movie. Lawrence of Arabia is a terrible film in comparison, and that's saying a lot because this is such a great film. But this film somehow topped it. And I don't know who made this film. But I'm confident. This is not a theory. I firmly believe this man is God himself manifested on earth to give us a film. I made a joke saying David Lean was God and just came down and gave us this movie, but that was a joke. This one I'm confident believing because I refuse to believe humans created a film this great. This. I, I bet it's pretty. I bet it's pretty funny me crying about movies, but this one deserves it. Only two movies before this film have made me cry, and those films are Schindler's List and The Return of the King. Schindler's List because it's Schindler's List, what do you expect? And Return of the King because I just love the conclusion. But this movie, it made me cry for so many different reasons. It was emotional. It was just thinking about the movie's greatness makes me cry, and how we are not worthy of this. Like the greatness of the film, the emotion of the film, the masterful, like the unflinching vision that this film puts out. I cannot, and I will refuse. I after watching this film, now all that now it's ruined film for me, ruined film for me, and now all the other films I watch are always gonna be comparing those to them. I'm always gonna be seeing if they measure up to this masterpiece, which is not good because no other film I've watched is illicit me. Like I can watch it a million times and still barely even fathom how great this movie is. Nothing is wrong with the film. Like Lawrence of Arabia for me is a 10 out of 10, but some others may say the plot didn't grab them at times, which is fair. But this is truly the best movie of all time, the movie that I'm talking about. I don't know if I can watch any other movie without thinking, oh, it's not as great as this one, because now all the other movies, I'm never going to be excited anymore to watch films because I'm always going to be comparing it to this film I'm speaking of. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. This is a film teacher's, it's heaven for a film teacher. Oh God. Thank you God for the movie. Thank you God for film. This is why film was created, the movie I'm speaking of. Now I bet you're wondering, which film am I talking about? I haven't revealed it just yet, but I'll show you. So I bet you're probably wondering, what film is so great that it has made me cry in its greatness? Like, what film can possibly do this? And you watch this film and you come out changed, whether it be better for worse. For me, it's both. I have a great appreciation for the film. I feel great, but at the same time, despair because now I'm going to compare all other movies to this one. Oh my goodness. I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying tears of just, I don't know, because it's just so great. It's the greatness. What film makes you cry because it's so great? It's so damn great. It's such a great movie. It's such a great film. I can't fathom that anymore. The joke, I was kind of exaggerating this Lawrence of Arabia thing. Don't get me wrong. I still stand by that. It's my second greatest film of all time. No longer number one. It is the second greatest film of all time now, but it is, the gap between these two films in greatness is big because this one's great. No word can describe the greatness of this film. Like, God himself could review this movie, give it all the praise it is worth, that it deserves, and yet that will still not be enough to do justice for this film. Nothing is enough to do justice for how great this movie is, how masterfully it's put together. And I don't think, like, you can make the argument that there's no such thing as the perfect movie. That's fair. Even 10 out of 10 films, they may not be perfect. Then you watch this film and you say, hey, that's how did they make that? Your mind would explode if you tried to comprehend. You try so hard to comprehend how great this film is. I've been ranting on how great this movie is. I can't. I love film, but no, this movie made me realize how much I truly love film. Because yeah, before watching this, I absolutely love film. Film is what I'm pursuing. Film is hard to pursue. Like film is something I want to pursue, and I loved it. But then watching this film, now film is like one of my favorite things in existence. Like, it was already, but now it's one of my top three. Like, yeah, my family, God, my family, my friends, God, they're my, they're, 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 they're probably the thing I love most in this world. But this is just the film is now one of my favorite. I love video games, but somehow films top games for me now. I never knew that would happen, and it's because of this film bringing me love for the film industry high up. The people who made this film deserve a special place in heaven for creating this film alone, and I don't know. Oh God. Oh God. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh God, I should laugh at myself for how much I'm breaking down over a damn movie. It's a movie, you should be crying, but you're a man. You're a man, Prometheus. I don't know if Mayor Dragon has seen the film, but if he ever does, then we can both review it. But I don't think words can fathom. Like, I don't think I can even speak the title of this film because I am not worthy of it. But this film made me think so much. Think of life. Think of why we live. Why. Like, it is such a great movie. Philosophical message. Like, amazing. I can't fathom how much this. I can't fathom. I can't. It's coming up with this as I go. I can't. I went into this thinking, oh, I wouldn't cry. It's just a film, but no, it's more than a film. It's a film that we should live by. One that we should. And I checked the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie, and the Rotten Tomatoes critics, what are you doing? It only has a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why? That's a good score, but why 90? Where's the other 10%? In fact, where's the other infinity percent? Other trillion million? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, Rotten Tomatoes? Come on. People, it's impossible to make a film this great today. I mean, if I ever became a filmmaker, I would try. I have a good idea for a really great film, writing the script, but I'll reveal that another time. But this is why film was made. This is humanity's greatest achievement in the entertainment industry by far. Nothing else. Mario doesn't measure up to it. Like, the creation of movies. The creation of this movie is a greater event than the creation of movies itself. That's saying a lot. Like, I don't think any other piece of media can measure up to this film. It's I love this. It's just. Give me a second. I need to get up for a second. Sorry. Oh goodness. Oh. Okay, back to filming. Thank you. Okay, thank you for your patience. I don't know. Like, puts Lawrence of Arabia to shame. The greatness of his film. It's just absolutely. I'm ranting on so much about this. I could make I could make a YouTube channel. Spend my entire life making every video, every one video an hour. posting just a video praising this movie, and I would be able to touch on a fraction, not even 0.1 billion of this film's greatness. I can't, and I'm not joking like I did with Lawrence of Arabia, which, yeah, I would do that, and I still wouldn't be able to live up to this film's greatness, which is, yeah, this is a great film. But this film, by God, like, I this movie made the world a better place, and people just don't notice it. Film is more than just a form of entertainment. It is a art form, a lifestyle for many people. It's not a perfect industry. People may bring out crap a lot. Actors may be mistreated. Just look at how Alfred Hitchcock treated, I forgot her name, but she was the girl that got attacked by the birds. Like, Stanley Kubrick tormented the girl in The Shining. I mean, that doesn't mean he's one of the greatest directors, but the director of this movie is the greatest director of all time for this film alone. Even if he made some of the worst movies of all time, but then made this film, he would still be the greatest director of all time. Not in my eyes, just definitively. And this film is definitively the greatest movie of all time. Anyone will agree with me if you watch it. Like, I can't do... Oh, why am I getting so emotional over a dang movie? It's just a movie, you know? It's not just a movie, it's the movie of all time, the piece of media of all time, the greatest achievement in the entertainment industry. I've ranted on so long. Just how do you make a movie this great? Okay. Get onto it. I'm gonna make multiple new videos on this, talking about the film, no worries. But how do I put this in words? I can't I? So how as a film lover, a moviegoer, Mayor Dragon also loves movies. We're gonna be doing a video on The Thing tomorrow. Our first duo film video. But I love The Thing. That's a great film. But this film is just, like, Lawrence of Arabia isn't one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, but it's my number 1 movie of all time, and I don't think any other film could have topped it. And then here along came this one, so I'm gonna make new videos on this. Don't be surprised if my next 12 or even 15, 12, 20 videos, don't be surprised if our next 12 or 20 or even 50 videos are just us talking about this movie. Like, I'll get Mayor Dragon to watch it if he can, and if he can't, it's a shame, because not all movies are accessible to some people, but it's just like, I've heard of this film before. I listed it a few times on my list of the best movies of its genre, assuming, oh yeah, it's probably great, probably like something on the same level as The Godfather or Schindler. I didn't assume it was on the same level as something like Godfather, Schindler's List, Lawrence of Arabia, but here I am. Prove me wrong. It's just I need to get some tissues. Wipe the tears away. I'll just use my sleeve. Why not? This is the most emotional I've ever gotten over something. well, over something in like the entertainment industry. I've gotten emotional over other things before, but some over a movie. Like, I am passionate about Lord of the Rings. That movie made me cry on the inside. I didn't cry physically, but on the inside I cried tears of joy because of the ending. But what is film? It is an art form. It is a lifestyle. A way to capture stories, capture art within the camera, then display it on a screen to show to people, show the wonders of digital, the wonders that actors, screenwriters, producers can do with the industry. Lawrence of Arabia is a great example of this. In fact, give me a second. I'm going to go grab some more examples. Other examples of great films capturing the wonders, the stories, all well done. Ben-Hur, that was amazing. The Godfather, obviously, and the sequel, which I think is slightly better critically, though I like the first one better overall. Even though think the first one, the second one's better. Slightly, these are great films. Gone with the Wind, this is a sealed copy. Great film. 4 hours long, but easy to get through. All of these movies represent what film is. Film is the ultimate form of entertainment media. Something that we all should love. Some crappy movies have come out over the years, but when the good ones come out, oh, they are good. Animation is great, like Spirited Away and Tales of the Princess Kaguya are the only animated movies I've given a 10, though. The ones, even though there's others that have come close, other Ghibli movies have high 90s. There's only 2 bad Ghibli films, and both of them are by Goro Miyazaki. Yeah. Now I bet you're wondering, which film am I talking about? I've cried, all these films are great. The film that I'm talking about, it's just something else. Something magnificent. I don't understand. How do you do this? How do you make something like this? How? It's how does a director put his mind to making something so great? I don't know any other film that can capture this kind of greatness on film. I'm not gonna tell you what this film is in this video just to let you know. That's right, I'm not. Here's what I'm gonna do. If everyone who watches this video can subscribe, so you watching the video right now, like and subscribe. So if we can get 1 subscriber for every view we get on this video, so if the amount of subscribers I gain from this video is equal to the amount of views it gets, which I'm hoping is at least maybe 300, maybe more or maybe less, who knows, and we can gain at least 20 subs, I'll do it. If we don't get any subs from this video, I still might eventually do it, just not more eventually. But you viewer watching this, if you can subscribe and we can hit a large milestone, I will reveal what this film is. Once you see it, you'll think, oh yeah, I remember that one, it's great. If you haven't seen it, then you haven't seen it, just call it great. I bet anyone who's watched the film can agree with me on that. It's absolutely amazing. The heavens sing praises of this movie. Like, yeah, sure, I'm not gonna get all blasphemous and say, oh, it's greater than God. No, I'm Catholic. I can't say that, but uh, let's. So yeah, if we can get one subscriber for every view, so an equal amount of subscribers gained and views gained from this video, I will reveal it in a new video. And I will make a series on it as well. I'll see if Mayor Dragon can watch it if he has time, because it's a pretty long movie. We'll be doing the Thing video tomorrow, but we're currently at 31. I was saying a million, but that's kind of far. I also said 30,000, which is also kind of far. So now I'm just going to set a milestones for like 300, 3,000, number 3, or 300 subscribers, then maybe 1,000 subs. Let's just start small, because we're not getting to a million subscribers in just a few months. I was inspired by Queso to do that. Queso is the idol that inspired me to start this channel. Mayor Dragon is the one that came with the idea to make it a duo channel, so he deserves more spotlight, because he's the one who truly started this channel. I owe it all to him for helping start this channel. And if I didn't start this channel, I probably wouldn't find out about this movie, because I started doing a film video. I get more interested in classic films, and then I came across this movie. And, like, it's amazing. So, if we can gain at least, if we can get to 100 subscribers from this video alone, and if we can get an equal amount of views and subscribers from this video, I will reveal it. Or maybe even just like 20 subs is fine, but if we can go above and beyond and get it even higher, I will do something big with Mayor Dragon, and for this film series, a mega series, a mega video. Well, the longest we can make a video is 35 minutes before the camera cuts off, so we'll make it a multi-part big video series, but it's going to be a big, high-quality series, our best videos yet. And yeah, so still wiping away tears. You can't get movies better than this. So just subscribe and you'll see which film it is. And once you see it, you'll think, oh, if you haven't seen it, you think, oh, probably great. Check it out. It's going to click with you. If you've seen it already and you think it's not as great as I'm proclaiming it, you clearly have to watch it again. Because no one should be saying this film isn't great. Isn't the greatest. I can't. A greatest isn't even enough to describe it. It's. This is my new favorite movie of all time, and I can't stress enough how great it is. It's. If I could only watch one movie for the rest of my life, it would be hard, but this one's an easy choice. Yes, even over The Lord of the Rings. Which, those films wish they were on this film's level. So yeah, somehow there's a better film than Lawrence of Arabia. The new greatest movie of all time. A film that made me cry trying to just explain a video. Explain how great it is. Me crying isn't enough. So, subscribe and you'll see which film it is. I'll reveal it. Even if me and Mayor Dragon don't really gain any subscribers from this video, we'll still eventually do. I'm messing up my words. I can't. It's so great. It's so great. It's so great. I can't stress enough how great this film is. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and you'll see the film soon. It's the best thing you'll ever see. Best piece of media you'll ever see. My favorite piece of media of all time. And the greatest piece of media of all time. One of the greatest things ever created by man. Nothing can recapture this masterpiece. Oh god. I'm gonna watch it again. If I have a heart attack, then Mayor Dragon can carry the channel. Okay. Prometheus out.